चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So today, very special day. Today is the appearance day of Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So instead of like Bhagavad Gita, so trying to attempt to glorify his glorious life. So seeking blessings before starting, all the assembled Vaishnavas attempting to glorify the glorious life of Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So the reference for my sharing is the book written by Shitala Devi Dasi, and the book is The Glorious Life of Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So as it is appearance day of Narottama Das Thakur, we are going to know what is speciality and what is his life. So before starting, want to read few sentences about Narottama Das Thakur spoken by Srila Prabhupada. So the prayers of Narottama Das Thakura. This sound is above the material platform. It is directly from the spiritual platform, and there is no need of understanding the language. It is just like a thunder burst. Everyone can hear the sound of thunder. There is no misunderstanding. Similarly, these songs of Narottama Das Thakura are above the material platform, and they crack like thunder within your heart. Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So Prabhupada said these words about the Narottama Das Thakur. So let's see how much time, like we have 1 hour time, how much we can cover. So I'll give this overview of what we're going to discuss. So we're going to discuss the speciality of the Narottama Das Thakur and his birth, and his traveling to the holy dhams and his mission, and the festival. He is the one who celebrated the Gaur Purnima festival very first time. So the glorious how he celebrated that festival, we will see, and if time permits, we will discuss some pastimes. So there was a place. So now is also it's there in Bangladesh. It's the place name is Keturi. So Keturi was ruled by a king called Krishnananda. So Krishnananda was the king, and his wife was Narayani. So they both ruled the place Keturi. So that time that Keturi was Krishnananda was very pious, and he has everything except one, that he don't have any child. So he is devotee of a Supreme Lord. And he lamented for that one, like, you gave everything to me, and he started performing all the devotional services, but he had complete faith on the Supreme Lord. Said like that, like, the heart of me, so definitely you are going to bless one day that a child for us, like that. So they are living in that thing, and he was very followed all the Vedic rules and regulations to take care of the people in the kingdom. So Narayani was a pious woman, and she was Krishnananda felt like, you gave me a devoted wife, wealth, prosperity, and everything, but only son is I'm lacking the son. So after a few days, what happened, when he finished his daily puja and everything, and he sat in the hall, so he heard a voice. Somehow he felt like he heard a voice, so which told like, you are going to beget a son who is very glorious, a very special son. Then he couldn't remember, like, and he recollected himself, and so he couldn't believe himself, like what happened. Then he checked with everybody around him, like anybody heard that voice, nobody, but he didn't say what he heard. So he said, he told to his wife Narayani. Then after that, one few days, Narayani got a dream. So the spark from her husband's body, it entered into her body. So he said that when seeing these omens, like he felt like Supreme Lord is going to bless a son. So in time duration, she became a pregnant, and she gave a birth to a baby's boy, and he looked so charming. And he called Krishnananda called all astrologers, like, to bless him, panditas, and he gave a lot of charity to the people. And seeing that astrologers seeing the body symptoms of the male son, so they felt so happy, and they blessed that son too. Then after that one, and the days passed, and 6 months passed, and they want to do the first grain ceremony, Anna Prasarana. So when they did that one, like they want to offer sweet rice to the baby. So then Narayani, and they did all the rituals, they called the Brahmanas, they chanted the Vedic hymns and all the things. When the time came to feed the baby the first grain, Narayani tried to feed the sweet rice to the baby boy, and he didn't open his mouth. So he didn't open his mouth, and how much time she insisted, like, he was like, closed his lips like anything. Then one Brahmana in the group, he told, because he's not taking that one, because it's not offered to the Lord, that's why he is not taking that one. Then Narayani went to the where, like, took the sweet rice and offered to the Lord and get back. And she came back and she fed, and the kid started eating the prasadam. So then Krishnananda felt like, even though he is a small child, he's teaching us to eat only prasadam. So today onwards, I feed like to the baby only the prasadam offered to the Lord. So then they want to give, like, before this Annaprasana, they want to give name to the boy. So he called all the astrologers, and they told them, you, like, maximum 3 syllables, like na ra ta. So in maximum, if you try to like, include these syllables in the name. So one Brahmana said, like, Narottama is the best name. Nara means man, and Uttama is the best. So best among the man is Narottama. So everybody liked that name. So they started calling, they gave the name the baby boy to as Narottama. So the parents started calling him as Naru, Naru, like that. So then after that one, this Annaprasana ceremony goes off, and as the time he is growing, and like Krishnananda called one astrologer. He want to see what is there in his chart. So he want to make a chart on his name. So that astrologer told one thing. So this child, don't allow him to go to the river side. So there is a danger for him if he goes to the river side. So then taking that instruction as very serious, and Krishnananda started, like, guarding her son without letting him go towards to the water, like that. And as Krishnananda's palace near to the Padmavati river, so which is in Keturi too, that one, it's very closer, the palace is closer to that river. So the Krishnananda took care of that one. One day, as he became a little big, and he was playing with the kids in front of the palace, and Krishnananda was in the meeting with the ministers, and he with his brother Purushottam Datta. They both were started talking, like, nearby Jagannath Rath Yatra is coming, so we need to arrange all the arrangements. Every year the devotees pass through the Keturi to Jagannath Puri. So every year when the time comes, like Krishnananda arranges has lot of arrangements for the well-being of all the devotees, and he arranges everything. So he started talking about that program, that arrangements. And this kid, like a Narottama, was playing with in front of the palace with the kids. And once he finished his meeting Krishnananda, he noticed that this Narottam started walking towards to the Padmavati river with other kids. Then Krishnananda ran towards to the out of the palace, Naru, 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 calling like that. And he hold Narottam, and he hugged him, and he said, why you are going? I told you don't go closer to the water, right? So rivers are dangerous to you, so don't go like that. And he asked him, go inside and ask, go to the amma and eat something like that, he says. Then after Narottam went out of the site, like he called the kids and said, don't try to insist him to take towards to the water, like that he warned the kids. Then after that one, Narottam goes inside, and as he said, like Jagannath Puri Rathayatra is coming, and devotees started flooding towards to Keturi. And every day lot of Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, all the devotees have started coming to Keturi. And every day one devotee, they start speaking the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day evening. So first day, the one Brahmana speaker, like he arranged Krishnananda, all will sit for the Krishna Katha, and that speaker started speaking about Raghunath Das Goswami. And before starting the Katha, Krishnananda told to Narottam, you have to hear with from Vaishnavas very sincerely and submissively, even though if you don't understand, try to hear seriously, so that with their mercy you will understand one day. So, and telling like this, and he make him Narottam to sit on his lap, and the speaker started about the Raghunath Das Goswami and his extreme renunciation character. So he told like Raghunath Das Goswami was very his father was very rich, and even though his father rich, he don't have any attachment to the money. He renounced everything, he ran out of the home, like all these things the speaker told. And after the Krishna Katha like that story end, and everybody went back to their homes, and Narayani started feeding, like calling Narottam and Krishnananda for the dinner. When she served sweet rice, then Narottam said, why to eat this one? Like Raghunath Das Goswami, he ate like the food like rejected or thrown, which is not used, like which they don't want, and collected that one, and he washed that one, he made a meal of his meal from that one. So we are sitting in a palace and eating that one. Let leave everything and go to the palace, go to the Dharmashala, like that. Then Krishnananda laughed, and he says to Narottam, don't be fanatic, like we can't imitate the great souls, we have to follow in their footsteps, but we need to learn from them how they are doing the devotional service, but we can't imitate them. So Narottam understood, and he ate dinner that day, and he slept. So like this, every day, every one speaker started speaking the glories of all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one day, what happened? One Vaishnava came into the Keturi gram, and all the people seeing that Vaishnava, they started paying obeisances. It's extreme respect they are giving, extreme honor they are giving to that person. Seeing them, like even he entered into the palace, he came direct to the Krishnananda, and that time Narottam was standing near to the door, somewhere is nearby, near to Krishnananda. And seeing there this scene, Narottam asked to one servant in the palace, who is he, like that. And then the servant said, don't know who is he? He is a Krishnadas Babaji, who is associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he understood. That day night, Krishnadas Babaji told us Krishna Katha. Then he sat there. Then after the Krishna Katha, he finished everything. Then he went directly, Narottam went directly to the Krishnadas Babaji and said, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? I want to know more about him, like that he asks. Krishnadas Babaji felt so happy by the boy's question, and he said that one, okay, definitely I will tell to you. It became late today. Tomorrow onwards, every day I will come, I will tell about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to you. Then so far till that time also, he heard some stories of associates and pure devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But next day, Krishnadas Babaji comes, like and Narottam goes to the school which is arranged within the palace, and the teacher comes, and he with his sharp memory, he memorized Sanskrit so well, and he was doing very good in learning. So he finishes his school, and every day he waits eagerly for the Krishna's Babaji to come. Every day he comes and he tells about the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. One day he was telling about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Narottam said, I want to Narottam suddenly asks, I want to see him. Where is he? How does he look? I want to see him. Then Krishnadas Babaji felt like, he cried he cried. Actually, he cried, and he says, definitely you can say, when you chant his names and when you hear his glories, you feel his presence in your heart like that. No, then Narottam insisted, no, I want to see him. So everybody is talking about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to see him. Where is he? Where is he? Let's go, like that he says. Then he says, no, he entered his pastimes. He went to his abode. Then Narottam cried like anything. He says, so it happened recently like that. Krishnadas Babaji told Narottam, and he was crying like anything. He said, why was not I born little early? So I'm so unfortunate, I couldn't able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like a small kid, he has so much of love to Gauranga. Then what happened? And then Krishnadas Babaji somehow pacified him, and after that one, then seeing the Narottam so intense to hear about from the Krishnadas Babaji, parents started to sensing something like, oh, he is so becoming too much of attached to these stories, and what will happen to him, or something like that. So they said, seeing the crying that day, Krishnadas said, okay, it's time up, let's go, you go to Amma. Then like that he says. Then Krishnadas Babaji also says, okay, you go and eat, I'll come tomorrow, like that he goes off. So he don't say Krishnadas Babaji long time in the Keturi, he maximum 8 to 10 days, and every day he told lot of pastimes to Narottam. So every day end of the story, oh, it's time up, I want to hear more, like that he express his desire, he want to hear more. So days pass like this, and the Rath Yatra goes off, and everyone like goes to their homes, and Narottam also became elder, big boy. Then when Narottam started feeling separation, and always his mind insists him to see the river. So he goes in the palace to the window, and he always watches that river. And 1-2 times Narayani and Krishnananda, his father, observe that one. And why are you standing and looking at the river like that, they insist, asks also. But nothing like that, he comes out. But his mind inner is longing to go to the river, but he don't have an option how to go. So then he was staying like that, and one day Nityananda Prabhu appears in his dream, and he says, Nityananda Prabhu, go to Padmavati river, she has a gift for you, she's waiting for you. Then you go. Then Narottam felt like something strange. So he heard already like Panchatattva, all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because through all the devotees they came, right? He heard Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, all the characters are by name. He know who is who and everything. So when Nityananda Prabhu appeared, he identified him. So he was he was in ecstatic mood also, but then he was not dared to go to the river, and as he has restrictions, so he ignored. Then 2-3 times it's happened, and last third day, Nityananda Prabhu insisted, he go, why you are staying, go to the river, she will give a beautiful gift to you. Then Narottam felt like, one early morning he woke up and he want to go to the river before everybody wake up. So he somehow went through the window, he jumped out, and he went into near to the river, and he paid obeisances. When he paid obeisances and he started chanting the holy name, with the holy name chanting, he enters into the Padmavati river. When he enters into the river, the goddess like Padmavati appears in front of him. Then she speaks with him, saying that one, long back Lord Gauranga gave me this gift to give it to you, and he told me that a personality come, and when he entered into the water, I'll become overflow. And then because she asks, how can I identify a person to whom I need to give this gift? Then that time Gauranga Mahaprabhu told to Padmavati, like, when I entered into water, the way how you feel, then the way how the river overflow, in the same way, when that personality enters into you, you feel the same things happens. So when Narottam entered into the water, so the Padmavati felt like the same way how Mahaprabhu entered. Then she gives the holding that effulgent gift, like she puts like closer to the Narottam, and a boy appeared, molten gold boy appears from that effulgent, and he just entered into the body of Narottam. So when that happened, Narottam, like, he became like, he became like out of control, like, he is not in external consciousness. He started chanting Gauranga, Gauranga, like that. Then by this time, like, all these people in the palace, they noticed Narottam was not there in the room, and Krishna and the Narayani with all the soldiers, they ran towards to the Padmavati river. And this Narottam, after after it happened, his whole body changed to different color, and little bit changes happened. And Krishnananda couldn't recognize him like as a Narottam, and Narayani said, he's wearing Narottam jewels, why can't you recognize your own son? He is Narottam only. Then they somehow brought back Narottam to the palace, and he continuously, the Narottam started saying that little gold boy entered into me, Gauranga, Gauranga, like that. He started saying everything. Then the Krishnananda felt like some ghost entered or something like that. He called all the tantrics and everything. He did everything. Then nothing, like, nothing didn't work, and he started rolling on the bed. He fell from the bed like that. Then how Narayani started crying. Then after some time, he had Narottama noticed it, like, his parents are panic, and I should be controlled, I should not be like that. But what to do, that energy entered, like, he is in love in separation. He started crying for the Lord. So just he expressed what had happened to his father, saying that one, like, I'm just in separation of the Supreme Lord. That said, I don't have anything, ghost or something. Please be, I'll be okay, like that. He told to Krishnananda. Then seeing that and hearing that one, like, they also sensed, okay, Narottam is saying like this, might be something. So let him take rest, like that. So days passed, and he's not normal like a previous Narottam. He always in consciousness of the Lord, and seeing their parents like worried so much, and he started worshipping the Lord in the nights. He calls loudly Goranga names also always, but in the nights he goes in ecstasy. So then what's happened, and seeing all these things, Narayani asks, like, what happened to you, Narottam? Be like a normal, like a, like be like previous, like that. Narottam says, like, he says, mother, I just a remedy for my thing is, I want to go and see the Vrindavan, like, let me go and dedicate my life to Lord Gauranga. Then listening that one, Narayani felt so sad. It's better to drink poison instead of allowing you to do all these things. Then Narottam felt like, I don't insist like that, and she, don't worry, I don't go anywhere. Then at least, like, he thought his father will understand his desire. So he confessed his desire to his father, and his father also felt like, you do whatever you want. You want to do any devotional service, we will arrange everything in the palace, but don't go out of our sights, like, like that, he says. So then Narottam felt like, okay, it's not the time to convince my parents like that. So he felt himself silent, and he lived like that only. But few days later, he got a letter. Krishnananda got a letter from the Nawab. So even though Krishnananda was a king of Keturi, but he is working under a Muslim Nawab. So he got a letter from Nawab saying that one, like, I heard about your son Narottam, I want to see him. So as Narottam got started behaving like this, and he got the treasure of that love, so what happened, everybody, it's a spread towards all the people, and it went to Nawab also, the news. And that's why Nawab want to see Narottam. So now he sent a letter, and reading that one, like, Krishnananda felt little sad, and Narayani felt like, what happened, like, Nawab is calling means, like, it's not a good sign, and she also started crying. Then Krishnananda pacified her, don't be panic, like, I will send soldiers to save Narottam. Then after hearing this one, Narottam felt, okay, this is the right time, I need to escape. So what he did, Krishnananda arranged everything, Narottam to take towards to in front of the Nawab. Then Narottam sat in a palanquin and they started walking towards to the Nawab's place. And Narottam was very, very active, and he want to go when the midnight happens, like he want to run out of the palanquin and he want to run to the Vrindavan. So then what happens? Because he heard a lot of things about the Vaishnava, he started. And before that one, after the sorry, I missed one point. After he got the treasure of love from Gauranga, so and the parents rejected, don't go to Vrindavan. That time he got a dream from in his dream, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, just go to Vrindavan, everything will be okay. Just go to Vrindavan, you will meet all my associates. Like that he gets like dream for three times. So that's insist him, like, he want to go to Vrindavan. That's why he want to escape from the home and he want to go to Vrindavan. And he got a chance now when he was going to the Nawab. So in the midnight, like, he leaves the soldiers. He ran, like when they are sleeping, he ran toward into the forest, and he runs like, 2 days continuously he ran, because he knows very well his father's power and how he searches for him. So that's why he don't want to stop anywhere. He runs and like anything. Then when after few days also, so when he heard someone is passing, like, tracking him, so he sensed something is there. But after immediately he got the sensation, immediately he got hold of the soldiers, and the head of the soldier, he called Narottam, why you are doing all these things? Your poor mother is fell unconscious to the ground, hearing like you ran out of us, so please come back, please come back. Then Narottam, with his poetic talent, he expressed, please try to understand. I got connected to Gauranga, I want to go. So it's a Lord's will, I can't come back, so please leave me, I want to go, like that. So he expressed in his poetic ways. So see, listening that, because they know very well the dedication of Narottam. It's not like he is confessing as kind of escapism or something, but his devotional service, seriousness, his dedication, they saw from his childhood. The head of the soldier thought, okay, I can't take forcefully, I can't take forcefully back you. So your heart, your words are melting my heart. So okay, you go, like that. But still Narottam don't have that full conviction, like, they don't follow me, like that. But definitely he ran again so fast that he don't want to get caught again. So he runs like that, and he walks like this for 2 months to go to Vrindavan. In the meantime, wherever he stopped, the devotees said, like long back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he traveled to Vrindavan, he came to this village, like that. Wherever he go, he always hear about the Gauranga's glories. He always got connected with people about the Gauranga's glories. So that makes him even intense desire, I want to go to Vrindavan. So once, like, sometimes he feels, where is Vrindavan, how long it is there, when can I see Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, like that. So he always in separation with them, he ran like that. And at last he was like so tired once, and he was so tired, he fell to the ground. And one boy appears, like, in a blue in a bluish complexion. He got one glass of milk and he gives to Narottam also. He drinks that one, and again he can't even look up that boy and take the glass of milk. He was so tired, no food, no drink, was walking like anything. Just he drink the milk, like, hold the drink, hold the glass, and he didn't even recognize that boy also properly. But after drinking, he fell at least little sleep, because he got some strength, he fell asleep. In that sleep, he got a dream saying that one, nothing will happen, you go to Vrindavan, you will be success, you are closer to Vrindavan. Please get up and go, like that. And I am, like, he discussed his identity, like, he's the Gauranga who gave like glass of milk to him. And after he got his dream, he woke up and he searched for that boy, like, he couldn't find. Then again, love in separation, he started walking towards to Vrindavan again. So at last he found one farmer who is working in agricultural field. He goes to that farmer and asks, is there any city or town nearby? Like, seeing him, definitely the farmer understood, you look so tired. Yes, look at there, the buildings, that is Mathura. Seeing that, just hearing that word itself, like, Narottam fell faint and he fell unconscious to the ground. Then farmer sprinkled water on his face and said, like, you look so tired, do you need any help? And this is the place, Mathura, like that. So then he goes to Mathura and he walks into the streets, and he sends, like, he sends the scenes, like how he recollected how Krishna killed Kovalayapeda, and he recollected how he killed Kamsa, and he recollected all the pastime like Chanura Mustika killing. And he entered and he sat one place, and one Brahmana seeing his just like sitting in separation, looking all these places, just seeing him, one Brahmana himself comes to Narottam, and he gets like a plate of prashadam, and he offers to Narottam, please take this prashadam. And he started glorifying about the place and everything. Then the talk goes and all, and I want to go to Vrindavan, like that Narottam says. And the Brahmana said, oh, okay, there are a lot of associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu living there. And Narottam says, I want to meet Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. When he heard that Brahmana heard about that Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, tears flowed from his eyes, and he started crying like anything. And Narottam felt something odd, so he asked, what happened, why you are crying? Then the Brahmana said, like, he couldn't able to say anything. Then he showed the water. So he showed the water, flowing water. And Narottam didn't understand. Again he instead, what happened, tell what happened. Then that Brahmana couldn't say, like, just he said flowing water. Then he understood, like, they are no more on this material world. So they went to their spiritual abodes, and hearing this, Narottam fell to the ground and crying like anything. So I want to come say again, I took birth little late, that's why I missed Gauranga Mahaprabhu's darshan here. And I came very late to Vrindavan, that's why I missed Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So he was feeling so unfortunate. What is the need to go to Vrindavan if Rupa and Sanatana are not there? I don't want to go, like that. He felt so morose. Then Brahmana explained to him, there are a lot of other associates, please go to Vrindavan, like that. So as he had some food from the Brahmana, right, he got strength, and again he fell asleep then and there. And Brahmana also slept at the same place on the banks of the river that night. So they both slept in the one place, at the one same place. And in his dream, Narottam, like, he saw Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. They came and they encouraged him to go to Vrindavan, and they say that one, there are the associates of Mahaprabhu, please go ahead to Vrindavan. And they gave their blessings. And their conversation, Narottam and Rupa Sanatana Goswami's conversation, this Brahmana, as he was there next to Narottam, he also experienced that one. So when in the morning, Narottam, like, the Brahmana fell at the feet of Narottam, thank you for your association, for giving, I'm blessed to have your association, please come to my home and stay. Then Narottam says, no, I'm too late, I am very unfortunate, I'm missing in few days everything, so I don't know how long the associates of Mahaprabhu stay in Vrindavan. I want to take immediate step towards to the Vrindavan, I want to go, please give your blessings, like that. He takes their blessings, and Narottam walks towards to Vrindavan. So once he entered into the Vrindavan, he went to the one temple, and he asked, what is this temple? And the people there said, this is Govindaji temple. Just hearing that Govindaji temple itself, again he fell unconscious to the ground. And seeing this, all the people gathered around Narottam, and there one personality comes closer, and he identifies him as Narottam. So he calls, Narottam, we are eagerly waiting for you to visit Vrindavan. Our lives have become successful, like, seeing you. Then Narottam became out of external consciousness. He told, why, how come you know about me? Like, how come you know I'm coming? So that is Jiva Goswami. I'm Jiva. So Mahaprabhu came in my dream and said, from the Gaudiya Desha, one person is going to come. His name is Narottam. So before Narottam goes to each and every place, Mahaprabhu appears in the people's dream and says that one, Narottam is going to come. So then just seeing the Jiva Goswami, so Narottam, like, chanted his name Jiva and fell to his feet. So Jiva Goswami took Narottam to a very special place. So what happens here is, in his dream, when Narottam was in Keturi, before leaving home, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him to go to Vrindavan, he told one more instruction, go to Vrindavan and take initiation from Loknath Goswami. So this was his instruction in his dream. So this was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction in Narottam's dream. So that's the thing. So he knows Jiva Goswami. So that's why Jiva Goswami takes Narottam direct to the Loknath Goswami's kutir. And his kutir was in, like, in shades of full of trees. It's like an isolated place. There in that kutir, Loknath Goswami and Bhugarba Goswami, they both live together. So they are like a fully renunciant, humble personalities. They don't beg for even for eating. Whatever they get, they eat. If they don't get food, they fast. So that was the high way they are living in Vrindavan. So when they are living in isolated that kutir, Loknath Goswami and Bhugarba Goswami, so Jiva Goswami takes Narottam to that Loknath Goswami's kutir, and he introduces, this is Loknath Goswami. Loknath Goswami, Jiva Goswami introduced, this is the prince of Keturi. His name is Narottam. He came from Keturi. Then Narottam, seeing Loknath Goswami, like he fell flat to the ground, then he offered obeisances. So then Loknath Goswami said, you are blessed with the Gaur Prema, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's mercy, you have everything, and he blesses. And Jiva Goswami invites Loknath Goswami to come to his kutir and have prasadam. So Loknath Goswami, he accepts very rare like this. So that time he accepts, and all three starts walking towards to Jiva Goswami's kutir. Then Narottam himself feels, is it a dream? I'm walking next to Jiva Goswami and next to Loknath Goswami. So he took one step back. I can't walk equal to them. I want to walk in their footsteps. So he goes back after walking there. Let them go first. So I want to walk in their footsteps. When they started walking, they reached Jiva Goswami's kutir, and they offered 3 plates. And Narottam said, I can't eat, I don't have qualification, I can't eat with you, then Jiva Goswami insists him, no, you eat, it's okay, like that. So all three sat and they had prasadam, and Narottam also expressed his desire, after prasadam, he expressed his desire, I surrendered myself at your lotus feet, please accept me as your disciple. Loknath Goswami laughed and he said, you got ultimate benefit of Gaur Prema. So you have top ultimate guru. So why do you need guru again? And that too, I'm not qualified. Because about Loknath Goswami, Jiva Goswami already told to Narottam Das Thakur, because Loknath Goswami was so humble, he don't want accept any disciples. He feels himself he's not qualified to become a guru. That's why he don't have any disciples so far. So he walks out of that one. Then Narottam insisted, a few times later also, please accept me as your disciple. And Loknath Goswami somehow, he says, okay, let you perform devotional service at least for 1 year, chant holy names for 1 year. Then then taking that one as an instruction, Narottam stays with Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami has a Vedic school. He teaches the Vedic grammar and everything. In the students, Srinivas Acharya, Shamananda Pandit, and Narottam. These three are the bright students, and they sit in front of the class, and the three are the very close associates of Jiva Goswami. So like that, he stays there itself, he studies, and he performs 1 year very strict sadhana. Then after that one day, after the class of Jiva Goswami, then Srinivas Acharya asks, let's go to we'll do Aarti in the temple. Then Narottam says, you go, I will come. Then he walks towards to the Jiva Goswami and asks, Mahashaya, it's been a while, more than a year, I'm performing devotional service. Can you please help me to get, to become as a disciple of Loknath Goswami? Then Jiva Goswami says, it's very, very tough, Narottam. I know Loknath Goswami, he's so humble. He's very, very strict on his vow. He feels himself unqualified to become a guru. So you do one thing, why can't you serve him? Then Narottam started thinking, how can I serve? He drinks water with his folded hands from the Yamuna, and he eats food if it comes, otherwise he fasts. And he wears one small cloth, and that too he washes whenever himself in the water and tie it again. So in which way I can serve him? Like that he started thinking. So he didn't get any chance to serve him. So he was thinking, and he started observing Loknath Goswami's daily lifestyle. He started behind Guru, behind him, and started watching, like, anywhere if I get little service to perform him, it's my great fortunate, like that he started thinking. So he found one way. So what he did, next day morning, early morning, he took one bucket and some mud, wet mud from the Yamuna, and he went to the place where Loknath Goswami, he evacuate morning nature call, and he goes to that place, he cleans that place, he arranges nicely that place, and which makes him beautiful there. And he runs out, like, he did all these things in a, like, hiding himself. But the time when Lokanath Goswami come to that place, he sensed someone is doing something in this place. That's why it's making like every day it's a fresh and clean there. So it passed like a 2 months, like that, day by day, day by day. He tries himself, and Narottam served like that for 2 months without knowing, let him any hint, let Lokanath Goswami know that one. One day, Lokanath Goswami hid himself before Narottam comes. And when Narottam came and he started doing all these things, Loknath Goswami came and he said, "Who are you?" like that. Then, like, Narottam stood like with folded hands, and then Loknath Goswami said, "Why are you doing all these things? I don't like to take service in this way from you. You are a prince. Why are you doing all these things? I don't take any service, and you are doing this kind of menial service. So don't do this thing," like that. Then Narottam felt like, again, like, allow me to do any service of you, like that. And he begged him, like, so, "No, I can't be a guru, I'm not qualified, like, don't do all these things," he wants him. Then next day, then he lost the hope also, whether he can continue that service or not. He don't know. Then whole night next day he spent, like, with separation from his guru, like he want him as a guru, but guru is not like, he's a very humble person, he has his own. Oh, wow. Then what happens? Then the next day, what happens? Like, Loknath Goswami comes to, like, Narottam Das Thakur goes to the kutir of Loknath Goswami. Then Narottam, like, Loknath Goswami, smilingly he calls Narottam. Then that smile on his Loknath Goswami's face, Narottam felt, oh, something strange is there. He prayed himself and he walked towards to Loknath Goswami. Then he said, "Okay, I got a dream, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked me to accept you as my disciple. So, okay, all your wish will come true. I'll accept you as my disciple." Then he cried and he fell at the feet of Loknath Goswami. Then Jiva Goswami, hearing this news, they arranged a nice ceremony for the initiation, and they called all the devotees for the prasad and everything, and they did a good yajna, and that's how the Narottam Das Thakur got initiation from Loknath Goswami. So that's how he became a disciple of Loknath Goswami. Then in the meantime, like, with the under guidance of serving his guru, and he started doing all this devotional service in Vrindavan. And once what happened, he was meditating on the bank of the Yamuna, Narottam Das, and once he get in his meditation, one beautiful girl who wore blue garments, she was so effulgent, radiant, and she was started speaking to Narottam. So you follow your guru instructions very seriously, and you will attain definitely the right destination. You will get all good fortune unto you if you follow, if you take the guru's instruction as life and soul. So you serve your guru, then I'll be happy. Then after that, when she said, okay, every day we Sakis offer milk and sweets to Krishna. And for that one, in the afternoon, for that one, Champakalata is the one who takes care of boiling milk. So you work under her guidance and you start boiling milk for the sweets. So daily you do this service. If you make Krishna happy, I'll be happy. Like that, the girl says, and she disappears. And Narottam comes to the external consciousness, and he runs towards to his guru, and he express all thing what happened. And Lokanath Goswami, with tears in his eyes, you just follow what she said. You are so fortunate to get Srimati Radharani's blessings and her association. You do every day that service. So with his guru's instruction, so what happened, he want to do that service every day. So every day he sits for meditation, he meditates, he boils milk for Krishna, and he goes under the guidance of Champaklata. And in this way, the Radhika reveals, like, in a Gaudiya Ganodesha Deepika, like all the characters in Gaura Leela, they are like spiritual characters, like, so Narottam Das Thakur is Champaka Manjari, who serves very close to, who serves to Radha and Krishna. So in this way, every day he meditate on the boiling of the milk. When he was meditating, one day he sat for meditation and he was boiling milk, and he was little times, like, he was boiling milk and he was arranging all the sticks and fire bowl with milk, all that thing, and he was adjusting the fire, and the milk started overflowing. So he started, Narottam started lifting that hot boiled pot with two hands, and he just lifted and put it aside. Then after that, when he noticed his hands got burnt. So all the bubble, like, it's got burnt, two hands all together. So then he felt like, I'm not doing service, like, very nicely like that. So he don't want to spoil the sweets. That's why he took very spontaneous act. He caught hold of the hot part. That time he didn't realize it's hot, but after that, when he noticed that his hands got burnt. So when he came to his external consciousness, he noticed his hands literally burnt. So he hid his hands. He don't want to show to anybody. He don't want to tell to anybody about this. So next day he went to the class, to the Jiva Goswami's class, and Jiva Goswami he noticed, and he knows what happened behind that one. And he felt so happy, and he hugged Narottam, and like that, word to word, like, everybody talked about the hands of Narottam, and in that way he glorified so much in Vrindavan also. So in that way, everybody came to know he serves Srimati Radharani every day, and by boiling milk to Krishna. So this is the one pastime. Then after that one, what happens? One day Srinivas and Narottam, they want to go to Govardhan. So they started walking into the forest. So they're searching for Govardhan. Then when they are walking towards that one, they lost their way and they're deep into the forest, and they started talking about the Govardhan, and Govardhan, how it came and everything. So when they entered closer to the Govardhan, they lost their way, and one boy came, like, with a bluish, with a stick, herding, and as a covered boy, he was bluish, and he got one pot of milk, and he gave both, like, Srinivas and Narottam, and they asked, who are you? Why are you roaming in this forest? So I'm asking that question because I know this place very well. Every day I heard cows here. I know each nook and corner of this forest. I noticed that you are in trouble. That's why I came to give a milk to you. You just drink the milk and go back. This place is not safe. You are deep into the forest. Then he gave the milk, and Srinivas and Narottam, they had the milk, and they fell unconscious to the ground. And by the time when they fell in their dream, like, Krishna appeared, he said, so I came to save you, and I got the milk for you. Drink. So please take care of yourself. This area is not good. Go ahead, go home, like that he says. Then Krishna disappears. Then after they came back to consciousness, they started searching for a boy, but they couldn't find. So they were very close. They experienced the Vrindavan like this. So after this, after all this, some pastimes, one day what happened, Jiva Goswami want to do some kirtan. Karthik came, all the devotees started coming to the Vrindavan. He arranged all the facilities for the Vaishnavas who are entering into the Vrindavan. So what happened? Jiva Goswami announced one important announcement, saying that one. So for all the manuscripts, whatever, like, Goswamis have written, they are staying in Vrindavan. So Jiva Goswami want that literature's manuscripts has to transfer from Vrindavan to Bengal, like a Gaudiya Desh, Bengal. So for that one, he chose three of his disciples in charge of this project. So those three are Narottam Das Thakur, Srinivas Acharya, and Shyamananda Pandit. So Srinivas Acharya's spiritual master is a Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So he was there only, and Srinivas Acharya asked his permission, and Gopal Bhatta Goswami gives his blessings, and he said that when you are ready to go, like he gave his acceptance. Then Narottam Das Thakur asked Loknath Goswami in the same assembly only, and he gives permission to do this project. And Shyamananda Pandit, like anyhow, he's like no, his guru was not there, so he want to do this like this work. So all three they started, like they agreed to go to transfer the manuscripts from Vrindavan to Gaudiya Bengal. So and Jiva Goswami decides one date and time. So you all assembled at that time. We will all arrange all the manuscripts and on the cart you take that one and you travel with that cart. So after hearing all these things, so Srinivas Acharya and Narottam, they want to visit Vrindavan, all the places for some time, because they are going to separate from Vrindavan. They are traveling out of Vrindavan. They want to take association of all the places. So they travel to the some places, and they took their experiences with them. So they traveled few places in Vrindavan. They visited the places, and they got ready on the time, like when Jiva Goswami arranged the time. So they gathered at that place, and they are ready to go to transfer that manuscripts from Vrindavan to Bengal. So I'll stop here. It's time up, and if time permits, I'll continue in further classes. So this is the how the Narottam is so special. Actually, the birth of Narottam, before appearing Narottam, what happened? Gauranga started crying, Narottam, Narottam. He runs here and there. The Nityananda Prabhu asks Gauranga, who is Narottam? Why you are calling repeatedly Narottam? So you don't know Narottam? Gauranga says, no, who is Narottam? Then Gauranga Mahaprabhu says, he is going to appear. He spreads love of Godhead. So he is treasure of love, like that he says. Then after that one, Gauranga Mahaprabhu says, I give this treasure to Padmavati river in Keturi. It's your responsibility. You make sure that Narottam receives this gift from Padmavati. That's how he gives that responsibility to Nityananda, and that's how Nityananda insisted Narottam to go to the Padmavati river. So everything is connected. So before appearing himself, Lord himself calls the devotee's name. That's how the glorious the Narottam Thakur is. Shri Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Thank you all for patiently listening. Please, if you have any comments or corrections, please go ahead and add. Hare Krishna.
I have a question. It's I'm not. You probably already said it, but I missed it. When Narottam Das picked up the pot with his hands, or touched the pot with his hands, can you tell, like, why did he touch it? And I missed that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So which part, Prabhu? Is it a milk part, Prabhu?
When he burnt his two hands.
Okay, yeah. Actually, he was he got ordered by Radharani, like he do the service boiling the milk for Krishna. Then he told this vision to his guru, and his guru says follow her instruction. So he started meditating one day. So he was arranging the fire to boil the milk simultaneously, the milk and everything taking care. So but he didn't notice the milk started like overflowing on the fire. So that's why he immediately want to uh, remove the pot from the fire. So he holded the pot directly with the hands, so
Oh,
that he got burned his hands.
okay. 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 I guess another question I would have now is, why did he just did this in his mind? Why didn't he do this physically?
Oh, okay. So as it mentioned in the book, like Radharani asked him to do in meditation, Prabhuji, but I,
Oh, okay.
because he Radharani explicitly mentions like Champakalata does this work every day to Krishna. You just boil the milk and rest of the things she will take care. So maybe she want to make sweets again from the milk. So that's why he's meditating on that one. Like in mentally, he's doing this service to Krishna.
Okay. She specifically said to mentally to
Yes, yes,
okay.
Prabhuji.
Okay. Very, very good.
Thank you, Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada by connecting us to these acharyas. And he is the one Acharya who did the Gaur Purnima festival. Actually, I want to tell about the Gaur Purnima festival. It's a long story. So, but before that one, I found 6 minutes of video where Narottam did the Gaur Purnima festival first time. So we can see that place. And because before seeing, I want to tell the story how he did the Gaur Purnima festival. It's a huge festival did, and he installed 6 deities and a lot of story behind that one. So if time permits, I'll show that video. Otherwise, next session, if we take Narottam Das Thakur continuation, I can share that one on next week.
Oh, we want to see the video.
Want to see the video, Mataji?
Yes.
It's a place where Narottam did the Gaur festival first time. I'm opening one second, Mataji.
A place where he did what?
Gaur Purnima festival first.
Gaur Purnima festival.
Glory festival. Oh,
Yeah, Gaur Purnima festival, Mataji. I found some devotees like they took the video. So I'll share that video. 1 second. Can you see my screen, Mataji?
Yes.
Can you hear the video too?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are right now arriving at one of the most important places in the Gaudiya Vaishnava history. This place is the birthplace of Srila Narottama Das Thakur. Yes, this was the place where Narottama was born. This is the place where the first Gaur Purnima festival took place. So the deities here are the Pratibhu Vigrahas. So the original deities are in Bengal, West Bengal. But the significance of the place remains, and of course the deities are the deities. So I'll take you around to some of the temples here, some of the deities. So Narottama Das Thakur used to have their family deity of Lord Narayana. So this is one of them. The original deity is in Malda, but we have Pratibhu Vigraha here. We came here last night, but it was too dark, so we decided to come again and do this shoot so that the devotees can take an advantage. So now these are the Pratibhu Vigrahas of Narottama Das Thakur's deities called Jai. There is a big story behind this Gauranga deity and this Radha Krishna. So maybe we can discuss later. So these deities are very special. These are also very old deities. As per my understanding, Narottama Das Thakur installed 6 deities, and one of them is in Vrindavan, Radha Brajamohan. Many of our ISKCON devotees, they travel to these places to Radha Brajamohan, and they often participate in the festivals. And here we see there's a Lord Shiva deity here also. Yes. So Vaishnavas, for Vaishnavas it is natural to have Lord Shiva in their house and worship them as a supreme Vaishnava. So this is Lochan Das Thakur and Narottama Das Thakur. I spoke to the Pujari and they said that here also Lochan Das Thakur met Srila Das Thakur. We understand this is in Vrindavan, this took place in Vrindavan. But in respect to what the localites were saying,
You can see this place. Yeah, this is the place where the first God Purnima festival took place. Yeah. So if you come to Khituri, the village of Narottama Das Thakur, then there are three places of significance which you can see. Actually, the whole place itself is like a tirtha. But there are three important places. One is this place, the birthplace of Narottama Das Thakur. Second is the place of Narottama Thakur's Bhajan. And third is the Prema where Narottama Das Thakur got Prema, which was kept for him in the banks of Padma River. So this is Lord Jagannath Mandir Subhadra Vigraha. Here. And there is one more temple. Let's see what it is. There is beautiful Radha Krishna deities here. Wow. So I hope you are enjoying this place and you're meditating on this place. Let us do a small parikrama of this beautiful place. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the pastime goes that Narottama Das Thakur organized a very big festival for Lord Chaitanya's appearance. And they did 36 hours of continuous kirtan in the presence of Janma Mata, Shiva Srinivasa Acharya, and so many other great personalities. Even I heard saying that Shamananda Prabhu was also here. And when the kirtan was going on, at that time Lord Chaitanya himself manifested and gave his darshan to all the devotees who were leading kirtan here. Okay, thank you very, very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I have a quiz also today.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
Very
Prabhuji.
nice darshan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Shall I post?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, let me take you also.
10th question, there is right option, Prabhu.
Yeah, we'll discuss, Mataji.
Yeah, 3 are there, but yeah, 3.
Yeah, we'll discuss. Yeah.
Sure. You can tell that the 10th question, we can choose at least 2 personalities.
Yeah, actually, third one I missed, and that's why I wanted to select 2.
Okay, then 2 means like there are.
Yeah, that's why yeah. Okay, we have 30 seconds. Please answer your questions. Hare Krishna. I'm stopping the quiz now. I still see 4 devotees are answering or did not answer. But if you're answering, please let me know. I'll wait for a few more seconds. Okay. I take it as a no, so I'm ending the poll. Say result. Okay, so let's quickly discuss. Where did Narottama Das Thakur born? It's a Keturi. That's right. And who was the father of? It's a Krishnananda Datta. Which pastime did Narottam here sitting on the lap? Okay, Raghunath Das Goswami is correct. 50%. So basically, you can understand whichever has the most answer, that's correct answer. Looks like. Whom did Narottama Das Thakur ask to tell about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Okay, this is this is not correct answer. The answer is
Krishnadas Babaji.
Krishnadas Babaji. Okay. So only three devotee answered that. Which river? Okay, Padmavati. That's correct. Where did Narottama Das Thakur went to? Relish. Okay, it's Vrindavan. Okay. Then who did Narottama Das Thakur met in Vrindavan? So he first met Jiva Goswami. Yes. So initiation guru Lokanath Goswami, correct. And then how was Narottama Das? What is that? How was Narottama Das Thakur? Okay, who was? It is. Sorry, the question is written. It's a Manjari. Okay, so last question. Okay, last question. Actually, three devotee, but I couldn't hear the third one. But at least those who selected the first answer, Narottama Das Thakur and Srinivas Acharya. And who is the third, Mataji?
Shyamanand Pandit.
Shyamananda. Okay, that's what I'm missing. So the first answer at least correct. So thank you everyone for participating in the quiz. Hare Krishna.
Thank you all. We'll offer prayers to all the Shambhal Vaishnavas. Vancha Kalpataru Bhasha
कृपासिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां
Bhakti
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Vaishnavaya
नमः
Ananta Koti
Koti
Vaishnava
Vaishnava
Ki
Ki
Jai,
Jai,
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada
Ki
Ki
Jai. Thank you.